Guys, it's Daniel from FX City. Today I'm going to be reviewing Forex Tester 3, the backtesting software. As you can see, it's just upgraded very recently from Forex Tester 2 to Forex Tester 3. They've got a discount on at the minute. If you do decide that you want to buy Forex Tester 3, then I've included a link in the description. And get it as soon as possible because, like I said, they have got a discount on at the minute. I'm actually using a Mac, which Forex Tester 3 is not compatible with unless you use this little program Parallels Desktop, which basically lets you run Windows on the Mac. I've also included a link in the description if any of you guys, any Mac users, are interested in that. So I'm just going to open it up here. This is Forex Tester 3. As you can see, I've got a campaign open at the minute. This is just a little something I've been working on. I'm just going to run through the functionality of it, basically, just kind of show you how easy it is to use and go over some, I guess, pluses and negatives to the software. The first thing I would do when looking to start a campaign is go to the data center, and this is where you can download all your currency pairs, or download the data even. So as you can see, you've got all the major currency pairs here, including gold and silver. If you want to download any of the data, it's just as simple as clicking on it and you update from the server. It'll then download the information. I think at the minute they've got about 15 years worth of data on each currency pair, which is an awful lot, so plenty of data to do the back testing. So for the sake of demonstration, I'll just go with Aussie dollar, US dollar, and I'll hit this button here, update from the server. I want to download new history, so if you've already downloaded some in the past and time's gone on and you're not up to date, you can download new history and it'll just kind of top up what you've already downloaded. But in this case, I'm going to be starting fresh and downloading the whole thing. Now this may take a short while, so I'm just very quickly going to pause the video. Hi guys, we're back and the download has completed. So you'll get this little message here just letting you know it's been completed. So now I should have about 15 years worth of data for the AUD USD. To start a new project and actually generate the ticks for that data, we just click here, new project, give the project a name, I don't know, project 3. So you can select the amount that you want to be deposited in originally as well, so you can have that, I guess, as high or as low as you like. Choose the currency pair at the beginning as well. This is the date range that you have data from. You can select it. I usually just select the whole thing, so from the very first date to the very end date, but if you want to choose differently, then that's fine. The cool thing is you can actually set the time zone as well. So I mean, I leave it at GMT 0, but if you're elsewhere, then you can use the time zone and change that around. And I usually just start testing from the first date in the range. And it really is as easy as that, just to generate the data. So what it's doing now is generating the tick data for the AUD USD currency pair that I want to test. You can test multiple currency pairs at one time. By no means are you limited only to one. I'm just only doing one for testing purposes and just to show you guys the functionality of it. So you just simply choose your time frame. The time frames you can 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. right down to the monthly. You can actually you're not limited just to these. If you want to generate 3-minute data, you can do that as well. I'm just going to choose the daily for the sake of testing. Now all we do is hit start test, and as you can see, the data starts to show up. So these are daily graphs. Now what I've actually done here is I've got the time frame on the daily, so we're looking at the daily charts, but the speed of which the market's moving is actually moving in minute intervals. So if I just pause that, now I can have it moving in minute intervals, I can have it moving in daily intervals. So let's just choose daily and I'll show you what happens. I can slow down or speed up the process, but I'll keep it on full speed just for now, just to show you. Unpause that and you can see the data starts to generate. You can slow it down using this little drag thing here, and it will generate a lot slower as so. I very rarely actually let it auto generate like that. What I like to do is just use the delete and the space bar. So using delete, you can go back a candlestick, and using the space bar you can go forward a candlestick. So for example, if I decided here that I wanted to take a short trade, the way to place an order is very similar to MetaTrader 4, by the way. This whole thing has been designed around MetaTrader 4 for ease of use, really. Most people kind of know the functionality of it and they know the way around it. So I would just go here, new market order. You can actually use these little pencil things here to place where you want your stop loss to be. Just say there. You can choose your lot size, full lot, for example. You can choose where to take profit, so you can choose to take profit, say down here if you like, and obviously sell or buy. And it's as simple as that. So we sold from here, and once price hit our take profit down here, we sold out for a profit of $594. Irrelevant, as I already knew the market was going to go in that direction. What's good is you can go back and forward. So if you just hit the backspace bar, so it depends. I'm using a Mac, so I hit delete. If you're using a Windows PC, you would hit the backspace, and it just takes you back to the last candlestick, and the trade will be back open again. Likewise, the trade closes if you go back a candlestick before you took the trade. You can zoom in and out like so. Let's generate some more data to see we can show you some indicators. You can choose if you want the line graph or the candlesticks or the line sticks. I don't actually know what these are called. And if you just right click anywhere in the blank space, you can use this shortcut to add indicators. So there's a whole bunch of indicators from your MACD. You can actually do some moving average crossover signals, or manually put in individual moving averages. And that goes on and on. You can stochastics, time boxes, things here that I've genuinely never heard of. But it's great for experimenting with. In terms of ordering, you can do well, the whole thing: sell limits, buy stops. There's no limit to what you can do with the ordering. It's pretty much exactly the same as MetaTrader 4, only that you can obviously make the chart go backwards and forwards in time, which is really cool. It's actually quite fun as well, believe it or not, when you're testing the system and you can see that it's working. it gives you the data here on the left hand side, which is really cool as well. So at the minute I haven't made any trades, but once you've made a number of trades, you'll start to see your statistics appear in the left hand side here, which is really cool. So you kind of you know the probability that your system is likely to get a winning trade, you get the probability of a loss, you get your win to loss ratio, which is really cool. So I'll just kind of make some trades now and show you what I mean. So I'll just sell. Oh, that one lost. Let's just make another one just for the sake of generating the stats. If I want to buy here, stop loss just there, hit buy, and price is going sideways. So this is a simple look. You can go backwards, forwards. It's really cool and really handy for when you use this auto generate thing. Sometimes it goes a little bit too fast and you miss things. Anyway, let's just close this one out. I'm just going to do some more random orders to show you these statistics. So the statistics you'll find here. So you got the symbols, actually you can see the tick chart as well if anybody's interested in that. And the statistics are here. These are really cool. So it shows you the total trades, profitable trades, your maximum profit, maximum loss, trades per day, and down here is what I think is the most useful bit of information if you're determining if a system is worth using or not, is the profit probability and the loss probability. Really handy bits of information. Okay, so I mean there's tons of things you can do with this. You can draw trend lines like so. You can manually draw them. You've got here, which is really cool, the Fibonacci retracement lines. So let's see what the fib numbers are from there. It's like price is retraced all the way to 100%. To delete them off the graph, you just pretty much right click, delete fib retracement. Same for the trend lines. Like I said, really easy to use this. Okay. Lots of shortcuts within here as well, so you can look at the time frame here. You can actually set templates as well. So if you're testing, for example, moving average crossovers, and you want to use a 50 period and a 100 period, you can set that up and choose your time frame, and then actually set that as a template, so that when you come to testing another currency pair, for example, you can just sort of use that template and it'll auto generate your indicators that you put in there. You can save the project and come back to it at a later date, or you can open previously saved projects, which is really cool. Here, this little feature actually lets you take a snapshot of what's going on your screen. So if you guys, like myself, I actually have a blog where I use Forex Tester 3 quite often to show examples, or if you, for whatever reason, just want to share some market information, you can take a snapshot of your screen and actually export the image elsewhere, which is really cool. Again, just another shortcut to a bunch of indicators. You can actually, you have the Heikin-Ashi on here, which is really cool. So this kind of is a bit more of a looking for trends, I guess, this indicator. Got the wave symbols for anybody that's keen on following Elliott wave. You can actually stick these little signs in there as well. Again, more for if you're using snapshots of what's on your screen to give people information, or you're including it in a blog or a newsletter or anything like that. So you just sort of say, look, arrow up as is to buy in this range, check signs, so tons of little cool features. I could literally play around with this piece of software all day. I won't do because it'll probably get boring for you guys. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks a lot for watching. I can't really say enough about this. It's a really good piece of software. It saves tons of time as well on actually making sure you're not wasting time with systems that aren't working. So you can do the testing first. You can ensure it works before you actually go and blow any of your time and money on it. So yeah, give it a go. Like I said before, there's a link in the description box below. So thanks a lot for watching. See you again next time.